trained at Romeo School, which is a ballet and contemporary technique school. I was training to be a dancer, and in about my third year I decided that my passion actually lied with choreography, so made quite a scary jump into that, and was very lucky that when I was graduating there was a big conversation about young people in choreography, but especially about female choreographers. So I felt like I graduated at a really good time because people were talking about it a lot, and so the support was very high and very good. I already had a little pot of funding to start making work, so I started a small company of my own. It's taken 3 years, but we've produced a show which is going to go on tour next year. So the opportunity that they were giving to not just choreographers but to designers and lighting designers, I found really exciting to collaborate with other young artists. But to work with this company specifically, I've always admired what they do. The main thing for me is a new way of working in that I've never done a full-length narrative. So to learn the sort of tricks of the trade of how to pull that off.
I have been drawing the lighting plans primarily, so I've been chatting with Paulie, who is the lighting designer, and taking all of her ideas for how we're going to light the set and the piece and drawing it all on a big plan so we know everything's going. It's been really exciting. It's been like a bit of a dream. I've never worked as an associate before. I've only ever kind of done my own job, so suddenly having this like amazing lighting designer who I look up to asking my opinions about things has been quite exciting. And she's just really supportive. As a lighting designer, I've been doing lots of small things because that's the level that I'm at. So I wanted to see what it's like to work on a big production, and I wanted to learn from probably the best lighting designer in the world. And I've never worked on a big dance production before, so it's just something exciting and big, and the scale of it and the time and the budget and the toys that you get to play with, suddenly you can sort of do anything you want rather than always being constrained by the lack of time or lack of budget.
I graduated last year from the Royal Welsh College of Music and Drama, where I studied design for performance. It's a 3-year course and I came straight from school, so I'm just sort of starting to do my own small designs. And I grew up dancing, so I know that I want to work within dance as much as possible. And I know the company's work quite a lot. I again grew up watching them, so it's great to have the opportunity to work so closely with a company that I know and really admire. So I've been basically shadowing Les most of the time. Went to model box presentations and saw design come together. And then I've been working in wardrobe and going to fittings, going to see the set being built. And that's all been brilliant, sort of learning firsthand. It's been really brilliant working on a design of this sort of scale and seeing what it takes for something like this to come together, and all the different people who are part of that process, and learning from them all as well as Les. And then as soon as rehearsal started, I was pretty much here full time and working with Irene, the costume supervisor, and her team in wardrobe, working with Les, seeing his attention to detail and all the effort him and everyone else puts into this sort of a production, sort of makes you see what you'd like to emulate in the future.
I trained at Trinity Laban Conservatoire of Music and Dance. I first studied composition and piano for 4 years there, and studied with different piano teachers and different composition tutors. And I graduated in 2016. It's been fantastic. It's been great. It started out, well, actually at the end of last year, fairly relaxed, getting to know Prokofiev's music, getting to know Terry's orchestrations of it. My role is to make the demos of Terry's orchestrations. We've been working closely, mostly over email, so I will prepare a demo and send it to him, and before it goes into the rehearsal room there may be things that need tweaking, musical details, sometimes tempo changes and things like that. Terry's been really, really fantastic. It's basically like a masterclass in orchestration for me, because I get to just be immersed in Terry's orchestrations of the Prokofiev, and I'm playing in every part, so I'm learning a huge amount from that. It's just been a fantastic project to be part of, and so many of the skills that I've picked up, being able to synthesize instruments and produce demos of a really high quality. That'll be a skill that I'll be able to take on to many other projects, I'm sure.
I trained at the Royal Northern College of Music as a master's student for conducting after reading music at the University of Manchester. Working on a professional production as a young associate was something that I really wanted to do. I haven't had that opportunity before really in any field of opera or choral music really. So to be kind of long-term involved in a project was what I wanted to do. I think my part in the picture so far and what will come is really being as helpful as I can as an assistant to Brett, who's the main conductor for the tour. It's been really just useful and inspiring really, because obviously Brett's skills are in ballet conducting, and that's something like I said, I've just never done before. So he's really opening up from the very beginnings how you might approach ballet conducting as opposed to orchestral conducting, you know, just simply orchestral conducting. The benefits for my career are that this is a professional production, so making that leap from being in an institution and studying to getting into the professional world, that can be a really tricky barrier to cross. So to have something behind me now that says a professional company believed in me, you know, they took me on for a bit, is really useful, without a doubt. And I hope that this kind of opens doors and, you know, people see, oh, she did that, so therefore hopefully she can do this as well.